Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So it's just been announced that Goran Dragic is going to be signing a contract with the Brooklyn Nets after getting bought out. And when it comes down to it, man, like the Nets, between getting Patty Mills last offseason and getting Goran Dragic now, like this team has really struck some gold as far as just getting like those veteran guards out there that are making the circumstance of the Nets. You know, obviously Kyrie not playing every single game, Ben Simmons not knowing when he's going to be back. It makes that so much more manageable, and it allows them to hopefully set themselves up for a situation where they can really make a run. I'm not even going to say at the championship. I'm going to say making the playoffs, because this team has been bad as of late, man. They definitely need a veteran type of guy in Goran Dragic to kind of help, you know, kind of settle things down just a little bit, man. So huge W for the Brooklyn Nets on this one. I want to go ahead here, man, and take a quick look at what exactly Goran Dragic has been doing this NBA season, but also really talk about when he was actually playing really solid basketball, because, you know, as we all know, Goran Dragic's not played a ton this year. But yeah, man, there's the man, Goran Dragic, aka the Dragon, point guard and shooting guard, can play both spots. But really, when you look at Dragic, the thing that I remember him make this a little bit smaller, man. My apologies, man. Damn, so much of a career going back to the 09 season. Look at all the damn stats for days, man. But yes, so Dragic has only played 5 games this season for the Toronto Raptors, averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists per game in 18 minutes per game. Very small sample size. Last year in the Miami Heat played 50 games at 13 points and 4 rebounds per game. But then you got the season before when the team did make the run to the NBA Finals. He averaged 16.5 assists per game. But more importantly, you know, we're looking at the regular season. Let's actually look at how he's been in the playoffs. And that's when it gets crazy, man. Going back to that 2020, 2021, finals run, 16 points, 3 assists per game. And really, he was essentially like the big difference maker about why, between him and I believe it was Bam Adebayo that had a serious like neck injury. They just could not really keep up with the Los Angeles Lakers, right? But his game overall has aged pretty well, where I don't think he's going to come on this team and just be like a 3-point, 1 assist guy on 23% field goal shooting. Like, I really think Goran Dragic does have something left in the tank. He has a very kind of slow style game that works nicely. He obviously has the jump shot, can make plays for others. So yeah, I think given the right circumstances, he's going to be a big time W for this team right here. So I do want to go ahead and hop over to NBA 2K. And what we're actually going to be doing here, man, is we're going to do a proper kind of like simulation and kind of see how he would help out this team right now. I was thinking about doing start today, but that's kind of boring. I want to see an entire sample size. So yeah, looking at this Nets team, we obviously got Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, Jerome, LaMarcus Aldridge, Seth Curry, Goran Dragic. Like, when completely healthy, this team's absolutely nasty. But the issue is that, you know, going back to the James Harden Brooklyn Nets, never really got to see him at full strength out of a few, you know, sample size games and stuff like that, man. But this will be kind of fun to see right here. So what we're going to be doing for the actual lineup is we got Ben Simmons at point guard. We got Kyrie at the 2. But what I did is I put Kyrie at 24 minutes per game. The reason I did that is because that's the best way I can kind of like simulate him only playing half the games by giving him essentially half the minutes or whatever it is. I don't really know the exact ratio, but 24 minutes seems pretty fair, giving us suggested minutes of 37. We got Joe Harris, Kevin Durant, LaMarcus Aldridge. And then we got, you know, the bench unit looking like this. So I gave Dragic about 23 minutes a game. The games that Kyrie doesn't play, he's going to be starting and stuff like that, I would imagine. I guess, I don't know, man. Would you all... Okay, let me go back to the screen real quick here, because I actually kind of have to see now, man. Would I rather play him or would I rather start Patty Mills? Patty Mills on the season, averaging 13 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds per game, starting 41 games, playing 58. I would probably honestly be more comfortable starting Patty Mills, I would say. Plus, the way Patty Mills plays, just being a bucket like that, is kind of more similar to Kyrie Irving. So I feel like with the starters, you lose a little less chemistry. I'm not saying Patty Mills is Kyrie Irving. Don't get me wrong, man. But he might be the Australian Kyrie Irving, which would actually just be Kyrie, because I think Kyrie is from Australia. I think that's true. I think that holds up. But yeah, man. So we got this going for us right here. I feel like, let me take away. I don't know. Should I play Blake Griffin? No, man. You know what? Blake Griffin, you're fine, but yo, Patty Mills got to get the minutes too. What am I thinking, man? Patty Mills. Although that does make me curious how that's actually going to run with the rotation when Kyrie is playing. Like, is Dragic not going to play, or is Patty Mills not going to play? So it's more of a Goran Dragic video, so we're going to kind of focus on that. But yeah, man, let's rock it out with that lineup. For our system proficiency, we have the 4-star perimeter-centric team. That's looking pretty good. Plus, hey, I forgot, Steve Nash used to actually play with Goran Dragic, so that's kind of interesting. I wonder if he had anything to do with him getting to sign with the team. Plus, Mari Stoudemire also. I think D'Antonio is part of the coaching staff too. Is that still the case? I forgot. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead, simulate this NBA season. And you know what? I usually do it off camera, but I actually want to simulate through season this way. Simulate through days so we can kind of get a good idea how the team's going to do. But they very well could just be trash, right, man? But not looking like the case right here. But yeah. So, the Brooklyn Nets on the season right now, their record is, what am I looking at, man? 31-28, which is 8th place in the Eastern Conference. It's not good. This team been on hella losing streak too, man. Like, they lost like 8 in a row. I think they won a game, then lost their last game to the Washington Wizards. So, I mean, this team has some work to do, man. And it's like, I gotta re-emphasize, there is no guarantee. Oh, Kyrie with the injury? Okay. I thought I turned injuries off. That's all good, man. We'll just have the CPU do the rotation right here. But no, man, I think when it comes down to it, like, this team's got a lot of work to do to even make the playoffs, make the play-in tournament. And, I mean, Durant, obviously, you know, is a top basketball player, but he's got to come back healthy and everything. Hopefully he's back in a few weeks, because if he's not playing, this team stands literally zero chance. Love Kyrie Irving. His style of play when he is playing, you know, even if you're surrounded with decent players, I think we can look back at the Boston Celtic days, even really the early Cleveland days. Like, yes, he can get hits and everything like that, but it doesn't typically lead to winning unless he has that next superstar, you know, the LeBron James or the Kevin Durant on his team and stuff like that, right, man? So, simulation-wise, the team's doing fantastic. But, obviously, this is just a video game and not really real life. So, yeah, yo, what's going on here, man? It's like, it's all paused on me, man. We got a glitch in the Matrix? Apparently so. I can't believe this is like literally next gen and this game still has so many hiccups, man. It's like, it's kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. So, yo, what is happening? All right, I'm going to go ahead, guys, and simulate to the end of the season because it's taking forever. Okay, guys, we're at the end of the regular season. First place in the conference. So, yeah, shocker, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons. We're completely healthy. Very good basketball team. One more game here against the Pacers. Simulate through day to finish with an L on the season. We got Jokic MVP. Kate is Rookie of the Year. Kevin Love is 6th man. All right, it's all good and fun to see. All-NBA. Yo, Shea Gilgeous All-NBA first. Shout out to him, man. All-NBA second. And All-NBA third. Looking like this. Ben Simmons making that. Where's Kevin Durant? Yo, where's Kevin Durant? Well, like Devin, who said Devin? Devin Durant. That was a bad joke. Okay, let's go to these player stats on the season, though, man. Player stats. So, there we go. We got torn left MCL, which is actually pretty realistic because he's been having injury issues. So, that's still an issue in this simulation, man. So, can't get away from that. But Kyrie had 22 points per game. When healthy, yeah, that's what he's doing. Ben Simmons at 16, 8, and about 10 assists. Great numbers. We got Goran Dragic, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Pretty good numbers. The field goal efficiency, 38% from 3. Not the greatest, but 37% from 3. So, as long as he's kind of sticking to the 3-point line and doing that, that should be completely fine. But no, man, I do think this can be a big part to the team. But I also see, too, you know, some Nets fans bringing up the concerns of things like defense out there. Because while Ben Simmons helps out the defense, Goran Dragic definitely does not really do that. So, I still think it was a much-needed signing, though. I still think it's going to be very important to the team. So let's go ahead and simulate the play-in tournament. So first round, Washington Wizards. Simulate round right here. See how this goes. And 2K with that simulate round. That's my apologies, man. All right, so we got the Wizards. 4-0. Close out game 53 for Real Deal Bradley Beal. But we got 24 for Devin Durant. 23, 7, 11 for Ben Simmons. Goran Dragic, a solid 0 points and 0 for 3 shooting, man. Doing his best, Ben Simmons impression. Kyrie 3 for 14. Not much better. Not much better, man. Okay, next up we got the Miami Heat. Simulate round here. So this is Goran Dragic's former team. Beat them 4-2. So we are in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, which oh, look at that, man. 124, 123. We got a 19-point, 2 assist game for Goran Dragic. I think that's the important thing about his game, too, is like Dragic is one of those guys that, yeah, he's going to have games where he's like going to score like 2 points. But he's also on games like this where it's just like, hey, remember how great he used to be on the Phoenix Suns and the Miami Heat? Definitely one of those moments. All right, next up, Milwaukee Bucks. Simulate round here. And, well, lost them 4-1, which is fair to say, man. Which is fair to say. 26 for Andre Drummond. Dragic in this game did not play, man. Hit with the DMP. So definitely went heavy with the starter minutes. In this case, 36 for Kyrie Irving. But, yeah, close out game 31 for Chris Middleton, man. So, I don't know. My mindset is like, okay, this is a sign to help this team win the championship, but I still think when it comes down to it, it's more so this is a sign to, damn, get some things under control a little bit and try to at least get to the playoffs, right? Because this team cannot miss the playoffs. That would be extremely embarrassing given the circumstance. But let's go to the playoff stats real quick here, man. So Dragic in the playoffs, which is what he's getting signed for if they can make it. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists per game. That's all we got for this video, man. I mean, it's not the biggest blockbuster signing in the world, but at the same time, deadline's passed. Buy market's just kind of beginning right here, so it's the biggest news we have. That's all we got. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.